We could make something that'll burn in a jet engine and it would be just fine, but you have to get an ASTM certification for that fuel and that composition specifically. Or we can make something that'll burn in a internal combustion spark engine designed for gasoline, or in a compression engine designed for diesel, but you have to get California Air Resources Board, called CARB, and EPA permission to do that. And so that requires you to go through often a years-long process to get their permission for the fuel you're making. For jet fuel, it's an ASTM annex. And so you have to go through several years of sending samples and getting tests. And we haven't really got into that process very far because as we've been improving what we do, the composition is changing all the time. We thought we'd make ethanol, then we go ethanol to jet. Then we realized we could actually make butanol and octanol. We're like, oh, wait, butanol is drop in for gasoline. Octanol is drop in replacement for diesel. You can blend the octanol in jet fuel up to like 20%. We certainly make things that are in like the 15, 16 carbon range that could be jet fuel. But we're like, when do we say that that's the final composition? And then go into the ASTM process. The point right now is we've gotten good at making everything from methane, which is renewable natural gas, to like wax and coal. But we need to figure out which of those to start making commercially first. And we need to start doing that next year. And so we're going to build our first commercial systems. And we've already started to build in the automation to make all these parts. So the electrochemical stack is the majority of the equipment. It's like 80% of the equipment. And you have to stack these pieces on top of one another in a very specific sequence, right? Cathode, separator, anode. You've got to get them all taped or glued or sealed or welded in such a way that they're all flat and they don't leak. And you have many layers and there's no bulges and a bunch of, like I said, crafts. We're in the process of doing that now. And when I'll be going out and talking to everybody who uses petroleum fuels now, which is everybody, right? So you talk to people who use renewable natural gas, which is a lot of people for heating, for industry, right? If you're going to make glass, you're going to make steel, you're going to make pharmaceuticals even, you're gonna use methane for heating your vessels typically.